Well, just putting around here today. They called off school here because they thought the big bad storm of the century was going to come, and as usual, the weatherman got it wrong. Anyway, I'm out here. This is open pollinated corn. That's an ear corn, and it has 600 kernels on it. In that 600 kernels, if you plant those 600 kernels, you'll have 600 more ears of corn. And of course, here's a neat little machine. This is about 100 years old. And you shove it in, you open it up, and you push it together, and it'll plant one seed of corn. You can plant those 600 seeds in 1 hour. If you do the math on that, that's 40 dozen ears of corn, and you'd be looking at about $200 an hour. By planting that down on the riverbanks where nobody else has anything and nobody uses the land, it's a good way to bring in a little extra cash. Yes, I know, critters will get some of it. Be that as it may. But that's one option for the poor guys on the bottom like me. Well, you want some stories? I got a few. How about Walmart stories? I get off work, 3 o'clock, give or take. And I like to go out to Walmart. There ain't very many people, and my hearing don't like loud noise and all the crowd noise and stuff. And so I go out there and can kind of take my time and get what I need and get out. And so anyway, I had a problem a little bit with Walmart there for a while. Their prices were different on the shelf than when you'd get up there and their computer would say it was 20 or 30 cents higher. And if you'd go up and complain about it, well, that would take 30 minutes to get it straightened out. For that 20 or 30 cents, it really wasn't worth it. So from then on, I always just, when I go in there, I just say, okay, don't run it up until I can get up there and watch the computer, the numbers, make sure it's all right. And if you don't get very many products, you can remember all the prices that you've bought. And be that as it may, that one lady that night, a new one, she said, "My God, you don't trust us." And I said, "Well, look at all the cameras up here. You don't trust me. Why should I trust you?" That's one of the stories. Another story I had on Walmart, I went in one night, hot summer night, 100 degrees, miserable day it had been. It was still probably 90. And there was 2 cops in front of me. One of them was kind of a chubby cop, and he was sweating pretty good. And the checkout lady, she was saying to him, she said, "I sure hate it that you have to wear your vest." And he said, "It's required. I have to wear it." And she said, "Well, at least you don't have to wear it when you're off duty." And he said, "I wear it 24 hours a day unless I'm in bed sleeping," because he said, "You never know when a nut might come by." Now, I know I shouldn't say anything, but I sometimes just can't help putting my 2 cents in on things, even if I am on the bottom of the barrel here in McCook as, important person. Be that as it may. So I said, "Well, sir, I've lived in McCook for 38 years. No cop has ever been killed in McCook with a gun, and no cop has even been hit by a gun, shot by a gun, and only 2 in McCook have been shot at in McCook, and excluding the 1 cop that committed suicide, and that vest didn't help him very much. Be that as it may, I said, I think you're kicking a dead horse thinking you got to have that vest on all the time around these parts. And I said, if anything, it just makes the crazies go a different direction. The cop standing beside him said, "What do you mean?" And I said, "Well, I'm on the streets for 28 years doing my little snow cone thing, preaching a wee bit." And I said, most of the people on the dark side that I talked to, they real plain say that if they ever got in a gunfight with a cop, they shoot for the head. And the big-bellied cop then, he said, "Well, that's a lot harder to hit than hitting the main frame of the body." And I said, "You ain't a prairie dog hunter, are you? You ain't a prairie dog hunter." He didn't take my advice very well. But as I said, I had a lot of stories, and that's a couple of them. You rate this film, and you have a good weekend, and I hope somebody else got the snow, because we sure didn't.